Next, we have a dynamic triangle pose. So placing your block tall side up, you're gonna put your front leg right beside it, other foot out back with the toes pointed out on the ankle. Again, hinging at the hips, so hips back, back stays flat, inside hand to the block, reaching with a straight arm as much as you can to open up throughout the chest and the front of the shoulder. Then you're gonna switch. Place that hand on the block and open up the other way. So we're switching between these two for 30 seconds. Taking your time as you go to open, pausing, and then switch. Again, remind yourself, pushing the chest forward, keeping the back flat, belly button drawn in. You should also feel a bit of a stretch in that front leg. Nice work, time's up. So you're just gonna switch your stance, front leg beside, left foot back, hips back, hinge, placing the inside hand on first, and alternating for 30 seconds. Nice work, time's up. Go ahead and stand up and relax. Next, we have hip circles with a chest opener. So placing your feet a comfortable distance apart, you're grabbing that broomstick again, hands nice and wide on the grip, up overhead. You want to slightly pull back, opening up in the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. You're taking your hips and we're going to circle them one direction for 30 seconds and then we'll switch. When you start to circle, make sure you're pressing your hips forwards, you're opening up in the hip flexors and then taking it in behind. Doing slower motions to really feel the stretch in the front of your hips and throughout your hip joints. So 30 seconds, one direction. Good, focus on keeping that chest lifted, tension slight behind in the back, so you're really pulling and opening up the chest. Good, so we're gonna go ahead and relax, reset the shoulders, bringing that pull back up, slight tension back, open the chest, and then start to circle your hips the other way. Remember, pressing them forward, stretching out the hip flexors as you circle. Making sure that you keep your shoulders relaxed down and you don't want to let them creep up to your ears at any point. Nice work, time's up. Go ahead and bring those arms down and relax. Next, we have an ankle and toe stretch. So you want your block behind you. We're taking a split stance. Your back leg or foot, you're gonna put just the toes on the edge of the block there, standing up nice and tall. Apply a bit of pressure down onto the block to feel a stretch so the whole top of your foot and into your ankle. We're gonna hold like this for 30 seconds. If you need less of a stretch, just put a little bit more weight forward to ease off on the back leg, or if you want to increase it, shifting weight back slightly to put a little bit more pressure on that back foot. Awesome, time's up, switch sides. So again, just the toes on the edge of it. Pressing down slightly, keeping that chest up tall, 30 seconds. Awesome work, time's up. Go ahead and relax and release. Next, we have a forward fold with a block. So you're gonna place just your toes up on the block, so leaving your heels on the ground. Legs are relatively straight, small bend in the knees if you need to. Pushing the hips back, letting your back round. Folding forward, only going down as far as you can. Let the head feel heavy at the bottom. Feeling a big stretch in the back of your legs throughout the calves and in your back. We're gonna hold for 30 seconds. All right, time's up. So slowly rolling that back all the way back up. And then at the top, stepping off the block and relax. We're moving into hip mobility circles. Coming into all fours on your mat. Picking one side, we're gonna do outward circles for 20 seconds, then inward circles for 20 seconds. So lifting that knee straight out to the side and then all the way back in line with the hip and releasing back down. So circle out, up, and return for 20 seconds. Good, time's up. So we're gonna go in. So coming out from the outside, all the way in, 20 seconds. Good, time's up. Switch to the other side, coming out to the side, up, behind, and back. So doing outward circles for 20 seconds. Switch directions. Final 20 seconds. Try to keep that belly button drawn in so you're supporting your back. Nice work. Go ahead and release and relax back on your mat. We're moving into a prone quad stretch. Coming onto your belly on the mat, propping yourself up on your forearms so your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Legs are straight out behind, reaching back with one of the arms, grabbing that ankle, and then re-square, hips to the ground, chest facing forward. We're holding here for 20 seconds. If this is too much of a stretch, feel free to use a strap. Time's up. Go ahead and release. Switch sides. Re-square forward, and again holding for 20 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and release and take a seat back on your mat. We're moving into tibial rotations. Keeping one of your legs bent, propping the other one out so the heel's on the ground. Pulling your toes up towards your shins, you're flexing that foot. We're just gonna rotate inward and then back to center for 15 seconds. The entire time actively pulling your toes up as you go. Good, so now we're gonna go out, back to center for 15 seconds. Good, keep flexing those toes up to the shin. And time's up, we're gonna switch sides. Propping the other heel out, flexing the toes up, going in and center, 15 seconds. And switching to out, 15 seconds. And you're done. Go ahead and relax back on your mat. Next, we're moving into puppy pose with the block. So you're gonna bring those knees underneath the hips, relaxing your feet, placing both elbows on the block, bringing your hands right close to your forehead, then shifting chest coming down towards the mat, letting your hips stay up, pausing and holding once you feel enough tension. We're gonna hold here for 30 seconds. If this is too much of a stretch, you can just go into regular puppy pose. Nice work, time's up. Go ahead and relax and have a seat. Next, we're gonna roll out the bottom of the feet. So you'll need a ball. Sitting comfortable, whatever you wanna do with the foot or the leg that we're not rolling to start with, you're gonna place the ball underneath your heel, okay? So with the leg bent, you can apply as much pressure as you want. You're just rolling in a circular motion only on the heel. I'll be here for 15 seconds and then we'll move up to the center of the foot. So again, to increase, just push down a little bit harder. You could also use your hands to apply pressure. All right, then move up to the center of the foot or right in that arch. Again, rolling the ball, pushing down as much as you want. 15 seconds. Good, and final 15 on this foot. We're going right near the top, kind of ball of the foot there and underneath the toes. All right, we're gonna switch sides. First 15 seconds back underneath the heel. Good, and then adjusting right into that arch, right in the center. And last 15 seconds right on the ball of the foot, underneath the toes. Nice, time's up. Go ahead and relax. Next, we're gonna roll out the calves. So you're gonna take a seat, extending the leg that you're gonna roll out, other one's bent for support. We're gonna start near the top of the calf, arms in behind for support, and we're gonna roll for 15 seconds. Pointing the toes will relieve some of it, and then pressing them or pulling them up towards your shin will increase the intensity. So just kind of adjust as needed. All right, you're gonna shuffle back a bit so that that ball is now right in the center of your calf. Again, rolling in a circular motion, 15 seconds. Good, and then shuffle up one more time, right near the base of that calf for the final 15 on this slide. All right, time's up. Other leg, starting right at the top. First 15 seconds. Again, pressing or pulling the toes depending on how intense you want it. And sliding back a bit, right to the center, 15 seconds. And finishing right at the base, final 15 seconds. All right, time's up. Go ahead and relax. Back on your mat.